I'm here to talk to you about my friend Kevin Murphy. That's right, Murphquake, K-Bear, K-Diddy, or my personal favorite, Thunderball. From the thunderous grooves of his early days on the club scene to his current status providing the propulsive force behind some of Nashville's true heavyweights, it's clear Kevin belongs in that rarefied air of the world's elite drummers. But why just stand around talking about Kevin Murphy when I can sing? Runs while others roar. He acts while other men just talk. He looks at this world and wants it all. So he strikes like thunderbolt. They call him the winner who takes all. So he strikes like thunder. Keven Murphy. DJTV. Daddy's got a lot to say, you know he's gonna get it out. DJTV. You know he's got the story down, no matter what they're talking about. Whatever you want, he's got it. Whatever you need, he's on it. Put a path through the corn off County Road 44. Tore up a fence, jumping a ditch. Felt so good, we didn't want it to end, so we went looking for a dive just to kill some time, let the heat cool off. We could do with some dancing, didn't take long, just a couple of songs. You know it's last call when the law comes walking in.
Kevin Murphy. What can I say about Mr. Murphy? Kevin is an expert drummer, producer, musician. Above all else, he's been an excellent friend to me for easily 15 years. And I would also consider Kevin a mentor as well. I first learned of Kevin probably about 20 years ago in a band that he was in that I admired called Egypt. And then later on, he played in another group that I really liked a lot called Earth to Andy. Both bands had a lot of influence on me and kind of shaped me as a musician. And that's not any one person in either of those groups. It was the kind of the collective, I would say, played an important role in my my musicianship to date. But Kevin later got into producing, and me and him ended up doing some co-production together on several artists and bands, and we had a fantastic time working together. But once again, getting back to the mentor point, the guy, I learned so much by working with him, not just his expertise in rhythm, but also his expertise in melody and arrangement. In fact, I would say arrangement is one of his strong suits for sure. But after that, we ended up playing in a band called Six Shot together, which was a little more edgy than some of the other groups he or I had played in, but it was a nice departure for the both of us, and I enjoyed that experience completely. But Kevin's the man. I mean, now he's gone on to be, you know, the Kevin Murphy, who's kind of world-renowned, I would say, but I'm still delighted to call him a friend, and you know, the guy's he's always been there for me when I had questions or if I wasn't sure about something. In fact, I remember when I was first coming into the audition process for one band in particular I'm thinking of, Kevin kind of talked me through the ropes and kind of told me how it would go down doing an audition. I had never done that before, and he had some experience doing it, and it sort of helped calm some of my nerves I had about the situation and got me through it. I did not get that gig, but I ended up getting another gig later on, which was totally cool, and all the information that he provided me with, it all played in. In fact, on that other audition I'm talking about, when I joined Daughtry, he kind of helped me through that as well. I remember very clearly talking on the phone to him about what kinds of things to expect, and he definitely calmed me down on that topic. So anyway, Kevin, I'm super appreciative of you and everything we've done together and your friendship, brother. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Hey Don, you wanted to hear about my brother. Well, I think I've known my brother as a drummer longer than anybody else alive on this planet other than my mother. And Kevin started playing drums, technically, in my mother's VW Bug using 2 McDonald's straws on the dashboard of the car. He'll probably kill me for even saying that, but I had to include this in this video segment.
Jimmy from Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Keven Murphy, who I like to affectionately call Thunderball because he's a monster on the drums. I met him in the late 80s when he was playing with Egypt, and my old band would play gigs with them, and then when Jimmy's Chicken Shack started, we started playing gigs with them as well, and then, of course, Earth to Andy, and yeah, I just always remember him being a beast, just amazing, solid, hard-hitting, and then eventually he was the drummer for Jimmy's Chicken Shack for a while, and he recorded the drums on our record, Represent, and we had recorded a lot of stuff, and he just came in and nailed everything. He recorded everything faster than everybody in the band, and we'd been playing the songs for a while, but there were songs that I don't even know if he knew them at the time, and he just came in and just crushed it. So, yeah. My favorite times on tour with him were we'd always have some random question, and he'd call his dad up, and his dad pretty much would answer any random question that we had, which was awesome. And, yeah. He's a great kisser.
Sparky.
DJTV, you want to know about Keven Murphy? I'll tell you about Keven Murphy. I'll tell you a couple things about Keven Murphy. Actually, I really don't know a lot about him. I've only toured with him a couple times.
He's Eddie Murphy's brother.
No, he's his cousin. He's part of the cousin. He's a cousin of the Murphy family.
Okay.
It's not his brother.
After an unsuccessful comedy career in the shadow of his cousin, he tried a music career apparently. He was the lead singer of his band, and that didn't go very well either. And that's why I don't know anything more about him.
We're going to have somebody else kind of pipe in who might know a little bit more about Keven.
He likes Mad Hatter Foods a lot. He's the co-host of this thing. He hits drums really hard.
He's a drummer.
He does try to teach his band members Cav McGraw outside of the bus, which I got to tell you, I don't know if you know the Hauser crew, but watching him try to train them, that is entertaining all into itself.
And he loves puppies. That's no shit.
He's what you call hard on the outside and mushy gushy on the inside.
He's a big teddy bear.
He's a big old teddy bear. Big foot, big heart. We love you, Kevin. I hope that makes you uncomfortable. I mean, like, really uncomfortable.
Y'all give it up to my buddy Keven Murphy. They call it Big Right Foot. On the drums, we got Keven Murphy.
Hey, so this is Andy Waldeck, and I've been asked by Don of DJTV to do a little video piece on our mutual friend Keven Murphy, and so I just thought I'd cut it while I was in the car here driving. What can I say about Keven? He is the most extraordinary drummer and human being. One of the most extraordinary guys I've ever known in my life. He is hilarious. Totally could have been a stand-up comedian. He is incredible at just making everybody in the room feel light and like the whole world is a big fucking joke, which it is. But he's a very poignant, incredibly intelligent guy, and just an absolute beast of a drummer, like crazy good. Drummed in like the marching band thing, the drum corps, high level shit, very cerebral, very exacting, very precision kind of drummer, but really just very John Bonham. You know, that's probably the best way to put it. He's very modern John Bonham. He's played all different kinds of music. I've been in at least 2 bands with him before, with very diverse and different types of music, and he always just crushes it. He's just fucking incredible. I love the guy to death, man. You know, he's been in Nashville now for, God, over 10 years. I don't get to see him as much as I used to, obviously, when we were on tour together, but I think about him all the time because he's a hilarious motherfucker, and I'm constantly being reminded. Oh, I just ran past a cop at 80. We'll see what that turns out like. Okay. Anyways, yeah, he's the bomb, man. Keven Murphy is a badass. He's a straight up badass. So that's about all I got to say about that. I approve this message. I'm Andy Waldeck, and I approve this message.
Oh, Keven Murphy? Hey, baby. Hold the phone, okay? Don't call nobody else. Keven Murphy, he got you covered, man, front, back, and center. Keven Murphy, dude. His drumming, power, fire, strength, no mercy. Keven Murphy gonna bring the heat. He gonna bring the fire, the smoke, and he might just bring the water hose as well. You never know. He bring a lot of stuff to the situation. And let me talk about his character. Even more so than his drumming. Keven Murphy, he's the kind of dude you want in your corner straight up. Whether he drumming for you, or whether he clearing a path for you, see. Oh yeah, he a heavyweight. He a heavyweight drummer. That's all it is to it. Like I said, just hold the calls, put the phone down, and go get you some Keven Murphy. Go get yourself some. You won't regret it. Okay, baby.
So Keven Murphy, you ask. Let's see. Let's start by telling the story. I'm on tour. I'm in Nashville. I'm hanging out at a bar with some friends watching the hockey game. And Keven posts on Facebook that he just got back into town from tour. And he just arrived in Nashville. And I was like, hey, man, why don't you come to the, say, hey, I'd love to see you. Without even responding, he just showed, like literally seconds later, walks through the door of this bar, right? He was literally at the stoplight right there. Comes in, hangs out, we have a blast. Hadn't seen him in a long time. So good, such an amazing dude. Oh, did I mention? He plays drums? No, he doesn't play drums. He slays the drums. Kills them. Amazing. Keven Murphy, amazing drummer. Super awesome dude. Love you, bro.
Hey, what's up, DJTV? This is Joe Law, and I'm coming to you from Nags Head, North Carolina, and I'm talking to you about my man, Keven Murphy. I'm actually standing here at a restaurant and bar we used to frequent after our gigs at the Atlantis 25 years ago. But what can I say about Keven? Great man, insane sense of humor, extraordinary drummer, rhythmist, singer, musician. Love him to death, man. Rock on, Keven. Rock on, DJTV. Peace out from Joe Law.
One, two, three, and four, and
Yo, Keven, known you for a long time, buddy. Started as a student, then a friend and peer, and really glad and proud of your efforts and the fact that you're still able to get out there and play and do, what you're passionate about. And lastly, we want you to know that we love you and hope to see you again soon. Take care, buddy.
Keven Murphy. Let's think about this guy. Kevin's a great dude, really funny, big heart, angry, grumpy, big heart, caring, grumpy, big heart. All around great dude. It's funny, he's one of those dudes where he can really connect things, connects people, connects music, can make things happen, which is a good quality to have when you're grumpy. And awesome and fun. And I'm happy to call him a really good friend. He's one of my best buddies. I see him probably too much. Yeah, he's a lovely dude and a fantastic drummer. Really, really is. The guy can play his ass off. All right.
1,
Chip Dorsch here from Red Light Management. I handle marketing, and I also manage a band called the Muddy Magnolias. I've known Keven for, God, longer, 23 years at this point. In fact, I've known him longer now than my age was when I met him back in Charlottesville when I was just a wee little tot at University of Virginia. Keven was actually probably the first professional musician I ever met in my life, or got to know and be friends with. And his work ethic when it comes to drumming, it was something that I always admired about him. And simply his ability to drum is something that I've always admired about him. Not to mention his amazing wit. His Facebook posts are incredible. His passion for his daughter. I can't say enough good things about him. I wish I saw him more, even though I live in Nashville. This touring life, this music life is tough. But I'm not really sure what we're celebrating other than just Keven in general and his amazing talents. But honestly, he is one of the most incredible drummers I've ever met and had the pleasure of knowing and seeing play. I only wish that I had a band that I could afford to put him in and work with him every day. Hopefully that will come sooner than later. But on a serious note, I guess that was serious too, but I love you.
Murph Dog, love you, buddy. Love you, man. Man, so many places to start, man. You've always, your drumming has been a part of my DNA for years now, man, and it's been a blessing for me to hear your story, man, and see all you've been through and how far you've come. And you've always been a great encourager to me, man, and walked me through every phase of life that whatever I've come to you with, man. And I appreciate you and I love you, buddy.
What drums am I playing? Let's see. I'm playing Ludwig drums. These are they. And these are the ones at home. And on the road, these are maple, and the ones on the road are mahogany. And these are kind of small for studio stuff, and the ones on the road are big for big stuff. I play Aquarian drum heads and Zildjian cymbals and Vader drumsticks. And let's see, biggest influence, John Henry Bonham, and then Steve Gadd, and then a lot of guys that don't get a lot of credit, like Mickey Curry and Bobby Chenard, and guys like that. Rockers mostly. Didn't really play country until it had become rock. A lot of soul drummers that I didn't know who they were. I had no clue who Commodore's drummer was, or the Earth, Wind & Fire's drummer. I found out who Joni Mitchell's drummer on Help Me was 6 months ago, because I was wrong my whole life. Jim Gordon. I thought it was Carlos Vega. Anyway, drumming with Nate Brown. Oh, but there needs to be some background story on who Nate Brown is. My best friend from high school and the best drummer I've ever known. And the guy that kind of inspires me to play as well as I can each night, rather than play like a monkey, which is in my nature. Nate had that go-go influence and kind of taught me how to be fluid behind a drum set instead of rigid and aggressive. And yeah, I liked playing with Nate when we got to do it because it was kind of telepathic and we didn't have to think.
Keven Murphy, he's awesome, yeah, and he's worthy of your friendship, your melody and rhyme. Keven, he always always on time. Kevin, he never played too fasty. Kevin, you know daddy nasty. Kevin, he put you to the test. Kevin, yeah, Murphy is the best.
Keven is an amazing drummer, he's an amazing friend, and he's an amazing brother. Keven gives it 150% on the stage, whether he's playing in front of 10 people or 60,000 people, and he does not disappoint.
Keven Murphy, my best friend. I have half a mind to make this a roast if he wasn't already fully cooked. What do I say about you, buddy? You know most of it. You're strong, sturdy, loyal, sensitive, articulate, well-spoken, well-researched. You're like a Hallmark card with hair and a lazy eye, who I really look up to. You are a supporter of your community. You prop people up. You're solid, like your drumming, powerful. And I admire you, and I respect you, and I love you.
It was because of my brother that I got into the music industry. My brother and his friends needed a place to play, and by chance I met some amazing people. One person in particular, Mr. Chris Bowman, and he got me involved in the concert business. And I was able to give my brother and his buddies a platform to show their skills and show their music. And if I am not successful in anything else in the music industry, at least I gave them a platform to show their stuff and make things happen for them, and that gives me great pleasure.
What am I listening to now? Depends on the day. The Mars Volta, Randy's new stuff, my friend Kate, a little bit of Arctic Monkeys. I like the new Queens of the Stone Age stuff. Kind of it. I like Chris Stapleton's record. I like Fired Away. I like Fire Away mostly. And let's see what else. Oh, kind of anything. I like the oldies station. Nostalgia. I like the nostalgia aspect of music. So I kind of listen to whatever Maddie wants to listen to.
My brother is one of the kindest human beings I know. He remembers as a child looking up at the stage from the audience and wondering, will I ever be there? I specifically remember he and I at a concert. We went to see Rush's Grace Under Pressure, and he heard the roar of the crowd, and he turned to me and said, I want that. I want that. And I knew at that moment there was nothing going to stop him from getting what he wanted. Keven always remembers that, and he always remembers and notices people in the crowd that might be having a difficult time or that might be overlooked. And he specifically, at the end of each show, goes out and seeks those people out and hands them a drumstick and passes all the pretty girls up to talk to that person that might be mentally disabled or physically disabled or not the prettiest one in the bunch. And he makes sure that they feel special and that they know that they are wanted at that show, and he appreciates them as fans.
What's it like spending time with Maddie at 19? And it's amazing. She's going to go back to college in a couple months, and I'm looking forward to it as a dad, and I'm not looking forward to it as a dude, as a person. I love it. She keeps me in check. We've learned a lot about each other as adults in the last year, and I kind of wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. She's turned into, she was always kind of my, it's kind of hard to, you know, not think of your kid as your favorite, but she always was legitimately my favorite person in the world, and then just got cooler and cooler and cooler. So now she's kind of grown into one of my favorite adults on the planet, as well as one of my favorite people. And she's bright and she's funny and she's articulate and she's a powerful woman. And I think she happens to be beautiful as well, but all those other things are so incredible and so advanced that she's very whole, and it's really amazing watching her become that in the last few years.
Okay, I'm so excited because I get to talk about my dad, who's my favorite person in the entire world. Him in his drumming life, he is fearless. He's done it his whole life. He's so good at it. He kind of has always taught me, without speaking it, that you can do anything, no matter how dangerous or risky. You can do it. Just practice at it. Be the best at it. When I watch him play, you can just see, you know, that he loves it, and he's proud of what he's done, and he still doesn't want to stop growing. You know, it doesn't matter how old you get, how smart you get, kind of for the game. You're always going to be there. But in dad life, he's the best. He's my favorite person in the world. We can talk like friends and still be father and daughter. His advice is always spot on, and like, God, how did you get there? You know, you're so good at everything. But no, he is the best dad in the whole world, and I love him. And if he's seeing this, Dad, I love you, and there's nobody better than you.
Our mother took us to many concerts when we were children, when we were really young. Our first concert was the Average White Band in Rare Earth, to be exact. And I think that Keven and I both credit our love of music to our mom. And I think one of Keven's probably proudest moments in music was a couple of years ago. He brought my mom on stage to help pass out his drumsticks, and this definitely was a highlight in his career and very exciting for my mom.
And then the final question, after all that, my question is, what do I order at Starbucks? I don't. Because who really goes to Starbucks? What do you want burned beans for, baby? A, I don't like beans that are over roasted. B, I don't like anyone that can't do something as simple as write my name on a cup properly. And C, and most importantly, I really like supporting local stuff. So if you're going for lumber, kind of hard to go for a local guy. Gotta go to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever. It's kind of hard to do the local thing with there. And you know, if you're doing something like HVAC work or you're getting your car work, you're going to go as big and legit as you need to get what you need. Something as simple as coffee, if you're going to drop $5 on one, or $6 or $7, I see absolutely no reason in going to a chain when someone in that city has taken the time to open up a place all on their own. So if you can't do local stuff when you're buying your house, you have to do a mortgage with Bank of America instead of the local credit union or whatever. That's kind of understandable for 400 grand, but for a $7 cup of coffee or a latte or a Cuban or something, go to something small. Go to Jenny's Coffee down the street and just give them a shot. So my favorite one in Nashville, I like Dose, which is one on the east side. I like the latte at Barista Parlor, but man, it takes a minute. And I always feel underdressed. I like crema, mostly. Love Sam and Zoe's vibe. There's tons, kind of like all the coffee. In fact, here's what I would order at Starbucks. Anything but Starbucks. Bye. Love you, Donnie.
I respect the hell out of my brother for following his dreams, following his passion, and doing what he knows makes him happy. Most of us don't get that chance and that opportunity, and Keven does it with the full power of every single hit of his snare drum. And I love him for it.